Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Livy here. Thanks for stopping by. If you know that you're yet to subscribe, please do me the huge favor and subscribe, and also tap the notification bell down below so that you get notifications whenever I post a video. Completely ignore the aspect ratio of this video. I had to do this recording on my phone, which is why it appeared like this. So this video, I'm going to teach you how I moved from this particular picture to the next picture you're going to see. Basically, we are focusing on beauty. Now the next picture you're going to see is a picture focusing on the background or the aesthetics of that particular picture. So I'm going to show you guys how I achieved this. If you'd like to know how I did it, keep watching. So let's go right into the video. Most importantly, you have to make sure that you take a clear picture, a crisp, a beautiful picture. Make sure to clean your lens before taking a picture. So now we are jumping right into Facetune 2, which is the app we're going to use to edit. So when you are in Facetune, there's a button at the top right, that you know that picture logo there. So you click on it and you select a picture from your camera roll. Now after you selected a picture, there are some tools down here. We have retouch, face, reshape, filters, and what have you. So from all of those, we're going to first off go to the retouch button that you can see down there. I hope you all can see it. So when you click on the retouch button, there are a lot of things you see there. There's smooth, there's smoother, there's heal. So we're going to go straight into smooth. And you have to make sure that you zoom in so that you're properly seeing what you are editing. So when you have zoomed in, can you guys notice the flawless finish the picture is having? So you make sure you strobe through every part that you want to smoothen on the face. There's also a small button, just the button that looks like the double button here. That button is the button you would use to know what the picture looks like before and see what it looks like now. So you are checking your progress reports with that button. I am just trying to break this down in the simplest English possible. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. So as you go on to edit, you click on that button to see how enhanced your work is as compared to what it looks like before. Now there's also a button that helps you increase or reduce the intensity of what you have done. So obviously, how the picture looked at 100 was definitely too much, which is why I had to reduce it a bit. Now you can see what the picture looks like before and what it currently looks like now. Yes. So when we finish with that, we move on to, now I'm trying to actually, save that, but it takes some time. Sometimes it hangs because it's trying to complete everything that has already been put in. So after that, I'll now be going into edit. Now in edit, I'll be using color to increase the vibrance, or will I say the saturation, of this particular picture. And now you guys can see how this picture that actually looked a bit whitewashed before now looks more enhanced. There's more color. The real color is now, coming out. All of the colors that the lights probably, washed away has now been put back into the picture using that tool color. Now I went back into retouch and I clicked on heal. And I went into my face and started cleaning off everything that was a bump on my face. Every pimple, I started strobing through to remove everything. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. While doing this, you have to make sure that you zoom in completely. If you don't zoom in completely, it's just going to patch different parts of the skin onto what you have done, which is going to make your work look completely messed up. So you have to make sure that you zoom in so that you properly clean out every blemish or bump, so to speak. Then now I'm also checking my before and after effect to see what it looks like, just to show you all. Then after that, I want to darken my eyeliner. So I'm going to go into paint. You can see that the icon is on skin, which makes it really soft. I can't use tone or paint because it will be too intense. So I used skin. and then I strobe through with my hands, trying to get yes, you guys can see the effect. So after that, I reduce the intensity. I do the same thing also on the other eye, and I also reduce the intensity so that it doesn't look too fake or too artificial. That's the most important thing. Keep it simple. So after that, I went on to reduce the intensity. Actually, I reduced it because it was looking too intense. Then I also checked the before and after to see what it looks like. At least I just knew I had to increase it a little bit so that there will be a difference from what it was like before. Now after that, I think I'll be going in to show you guys I'm not doing anything extra on this face because the picture was already a good picture, but I just enhanced one or two things here and there. So I'm going into touch up, and touch up has so many things. There's forehead, there's nose, there's eyebrows. So I'm showing you what it looked like if I actually switched the buttons of the eyebrows, but I'm bringing it back to 0 because I'm not having to do that. I also go into the nose just to show you guys what it looks like. I'm not doing anything on my nose, but you guys can see the effects, pulling it left and right, but I'm not doing that. So I'm going to leave touch up completely. And now I'm going to go into the defocus because I'm trying to make the background defocus. I'm trying to defocus the background. I'm trying to make sure that the center of attraction is me in this picture. So normally I could just use my hands and do it one by one till I get everything, but no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to go into the focus again. I'm going to press auto, which is going to help me defocus the background automatically. So after that, I would now go into the erase button, which is just beside it, and clean off the places that were excessively defocused, or the places that I did not expect to be defocused, like my earrings, my hair, and I clean that out, and voila, that is done. So after that, I would press the mark button to save that. Now I'll be going into retouch again. I'm going to go into whiten, and I'm going to whiten the eyes. Just strobe through, and after that I'll look at it to see how intense it is. But in this case, I had to increase it because when I touched or tapped that button to see what it was like before and see what it currently is like, I saw that there wasn't much difference, so I had to increase it a notch to make a difference, so to speak. So after that, I noticed that there was a part behind me that wasn't defocused. That is the last flower close to my ear. So I had to go back into the focus and make sure that part was defocused. So after that, I saved again. Now after saving, I just looked at the picture and realized that the eyes weren't popping as much. So this is just, usually I would have left that, but I just wanted to show you guys what another tool can do. So basically just twitch this up here and there and you just be amazed at what you can find. So I went into vibrance and I just tapped my hands on the eyes. If you strobe through the eyes, you look orange. Like the eyes will just look very orange, no matter the shade you have, no matter the color of the eyes. So I just tapped on both eyes and then I reduced the intensity or the opacity, as the case maybe. So that's what I did. I just reduced it just so that everything looks minimal at the end of the day. You know, you want to edit, but you don't want to do it too much. So that's what we were trying to arrive at here. So as I was saying before, just switch through this app and you'll be amazed at the things you can do with this app. So I went to that button again and I clicked to see what the picture was like before and what it currently is like now. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, wait for the next slide. Yes. But after that, actually, I saved. I went to the top, the first button, second button by the top right, and I saved to my camera roll. And voila, we're done. Now you check out some people's feeds on Instagram and you see some weird colored flowers and all of that, and you wonder, is there now a white tree or a great tree or an orange tree? Blah 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 blah. So I'm going to teach you how I moved from that black and white to this green to this was the actual picture. So I was able to change it from this to the previous one to the first one. So I'm going to show you how I did that. So if you know you like this, keep watching. So first off, I went into edit and I went to temperature and I completely reduced the temperature. Yeah, and I went to that button again to see what it looked like before and see what it currently looks like now. So after that, I saved by clicking the marker button. Then after doing that, I went back into edit again and I clicked on color and I increased it just to see how I wanted it. You can completely increase it actually if that's what you want. If you want it to look like that, you can completely increase it and leave it like that. It's a beautiful picture. Even if I want to leave it as it currently is, it's a beautiful picture, but I reduced it a bit because that's what I wanted. That was my preference. If I leave the picture like this, is actually good, but I'm just trying to show you guys how to edit in different styles. So I've shown you guys how to work with color and temperature. So now I'm going into retouch and I'm going to go into black and white. That's the B and W you see there. So normally if I just move it, if I increase it completely, everything's going to be black and white, including myself. So I'm going to strobe through. But whilst doing this, you have to be very careful. And for you to completely get what you want, you have to zoom in. Like you have to completely zoom in and take your time while doing this. I'm going to have to increase this a little bit. Like I'm going to have to increase the speed just a little bit. But I'm going to take a while before I increase it so that you guys can see how it goes. I'm actually going to completely paint everything behind me black and white. I'm going to actually use the feature black and white on everything before we're done. That was a long one. Editing is simple, but you just have to, sometimes be patient to achieve results. So I'm going to tap that button again to see the before and the after. So now I can, increase and decrease to my desired effect. So you can see that if I increase and decrease, it's only the background that's going to, have the effect, not me. So I'm standing out in the picture whilst the background is enhancing me. Do you get it? I hope you learned something. So I clicked the mark button and saved to my camera roll. That's all on today's video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video and share. Till I come your way in my next video. Bye. Love you.